Hi, welcome back. Rogue Studios in another random place. I'm your host today, Rogue, and
I'm Chuck.
And today we've decided we're going to start a series on different equipment. And today we're going to introduce to you. You say it better than I do.
We're going to look at the Phasma Box.
I always want to call it the Plasma Box, just so you know.
The software package that's meant to run on Windows computers. So let's dive in with us and let's see what we can find with this little ghost box type gizmo.
Excellent. Let's get into it and see.
Okay. It's great. So we're going to go ahead and switch it on now. You can see it's kind of styled.
Well, let's tell them, what does the Phasma Box do? What's the expectation of this?
Well, it's a type of spirit box.
There we go.
And it's based on what has been historically called Frank's box. And, I think it was, I can't remember if it was Edison or Tesla said they could build a radio to speak with spirits. But it's kind of along that line of thought. But this is the digital version. This is just a software program. It's not a tube and diode type radio receiver.
Obviously.
Yeah.
All right. So that's expectation, is we're giving Spirit a voice. So let's see if Spirit's going to talk to us. That's a nice little clunk. All right. So
there was something.
Very particular about if anybody is allowed to be here to talk to us.
See here we have waveform, intensity, volume.
So with other spirit boxes that we're going to show you, you get a lot of feedback because they run through radio signals.
Yeah, they scan different frequencies, and we'll talk about that. They have their uses. The SB7s, SB11s, they're wonderful, and you can sometimes get great evidence. But it can get on your nerves after a while. This is a totally different experience.
However, in our series, we are going to visit the Spirit Box 7 and 11 and
everything.
Combination, and so I think we're starting with our favorite. And as you can see, we get a lot of clear spoken. I don't want to say like gibberish, but
you hear obvious words.
We do get some clear words.
But yeah, a lot of like weird laughter sometimes too.
We did a session. We're hoping. We did a session earlier in this week. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any of that out, but we'll see. They were directly calling people's names while we were in that session.
It was amazing.
And but it was very noisy because we are in a bar atmosphere. So that's why we wanted to...
But you'll see that on a future podcast. We got some good recordings.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to share that with you. But why are you covering it up? What's
just so we could hear you. Do you want to try speaking to somebody through this?
So for our viewers' sake, this is my home. And I'm not real savvy about that.
Okay, so...
I'm not...
Okay, we got some... Turn it off. Is that what he said?
As you get to know me a little bit...
Hey, we're not going to ask you any questions now, okay?
You'll get to know a little bit more about me, and...
It's not a good idea to investigate in your own home.
It's not. But I do have spirit guides. Spirit guides are more than welcome to talk to us. And so it's not that there's always the negative that's within my home. I just am not willing to sit and open up to allow anyone to speak to us. So, spirit guides, friends, and that's about it. But as you can see, it's very active.
Okay, we'll cut that out. Rogue, haven't you actually spoken with relatives on one of these?
I have, and we'll be
Deceased
on
relatives?
investigations, and I have two men that were close to me that have passed away, and they both love to investigate with us, and they both love to talk to me through the Phasma Box, and they've both trying to talk to me through the Phasma Box right now.
Right now.
So,
you could see it. We have to take the output from the. This is just a Windows tablet, and we run it into a small amplifier. Okay, it's just a headphone amplifier, and then from that we run it into a little amplified speaker. Instead of all this, you could just plug headphones in, but if you could put it on a speaker, you get the group experience.
and we'll take this out on investigations with us, obviously. So when you're with your team, we're recording that information, we're sharing that information, and everybody wants to hear it.
Yeah, you should always, keep an EVP recorder going. This does not record your sessions, so you should keep an EVP recorder going. And, that can be directly connected. Instead of going into the speaker, you can go right into your voice recorder and then come out of that from the headphone jack into the speaker. So that way you can record and let everybody else hear at the same time. So that's about it. I haven't figured out a way to make the control panel bigger on the screen. It's really not a problem unless, this is like a 10-inch screen, so things are starting to get small, but they're still big enough to handle. And it's all just touch screen controls when the Phasma Box window is open. So what you get, obviously when you buy the Phasma Box software, and I believe it's only like $20 or something.
And this is not a sponsored video.
We get nothing from these people. But you just download the software, and you have to supply the computer to run it. You have to supply any audio gear that you want to enhance it. But we've had some interesting data with it. You can see you can go. It says reverse and forward. Activated. Now it's reverse mode, which I'm not sure what that is. Obviously, this is picking up on some kind of environmental conditions, and pairing that with, I believe, internal data that corresponds to different sounds or words. You can also, I think, I don't know. Reverse mode deactivated. The Latin off. I've never been able to activate Latin. I've never really tried, but yeah, it doesn't want to work, so.
Well, we probably don't need them speaking in other languages.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, so that's about it. We hope you've enjoyed that. Post your comments below.
Let us know what you think. We'll be sharing. Again, this goes with us on investigations. This is one of our most popular items that we pull out quickly. We always have the camera on it. So you'll be seeing it in the future, and now you'll know what it is and how to use it, what it's about, and if you need to know more, you can always ask us questions in the comments. I think the next one that's going to come out is the Audioless. So let's go for series number 2.
Sounds good.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye. Like and subscribe.